Oh, what's the difference between the word image and picture?
It is same.
Same.
It is
The picture not need to represent information.
Okay. Oh, a picture no need to represent information. Image got to have information. Okay, good point. Okay. Actually, ถ้าเป็นภาษาไทยเนาะถ้าเป็นภาษาไทย picture คืออะไรรูปภาพแล้ว image อ่ะ
รูป
ภาพถ่ายความจริงคำว่า image แปลว่าภาพพจน์ก็ได้นะใช่ไหมนะครับเพราะฉะนั้นมันฟังดูแล้ว high class ขึ้นอีกนิดนึงเข้าใจไหมนะครับ In this case we says an image got to contain information okay if it doesn't have any information we don't consider it an image of interest okay but actually the word image and picture probably the same thing okay but for this class we will say an image is something that in 2D and it has some information okay that we are interested in okay do you know the difference between these three images
black and white.
the left one is
Black and white.
black and white okay the one in the middle is
Grayscale.
grayscale and the one on the right is
Color.
color image okay the first one black and white image sometimes we call it
Binary.
binary image okay binary image and the second one is grayscale okay it has the scaling from the largest it will be white right and the darkest is black and anything in between from black to white is gray okay so we call it grayscale image okay and the last one is color
What? Oh.
image digital image processing we are talking about digital image okay not analog okay you know what's the difference between analog image and digital image
Analog is
represent with discrete information.
okay digital image with discrete information but analog what's the analog image what's the analog image processing you learn how to develop the film, right? Well, nobody understand what the film, the camera with film, okay? Those are analog image, right? In the past, we have camera with film, and people got to develop the films, okay? That's analog. But in this case, we're gonna do digital, okay? So basically, the word digital image processing, the word processing of digital images is a little bit crowded. You can sit up here, okay? The word processing here, it means two things, okay? It's actually, the word processing means manipulation, okay? Digital image processing means manipulations of digital images, okay? But how do we manipulate digital image? Usually we use computer, right? Okay. So the word digital image processing literally means manipulate digital images by means of computer. There are two purposes of doing image processing. Two main purposes. Okay. The first purpose, this is the one that originally, actually image processing has been here for a long time. Okay. The image processing technology, you know how old is image processing? Digital image processing? Can you guess how old it is? 50 years old? 20? 30? Okay, we'll see in the back. We'll see later on. It's almost 100 years now. Okay. The first digital image was 100 years ago. Okay. And the first digital image was, the purpose of doing digital image was for storage. Okay? To store an image. Remember, computer, you know who has like the first, well, actually, the first computer with the disk that you collect the data. You know how much was the storage of the computer of the disk originally was?
make a
Big byte.
I
Big.
About 1.44, the small one, right? 1.44 megabit, right? Megabit or megabyte, probably, okay? Actually, one diskette cannot really store an image, okay? It's not enough to store an image, okay? So, to learn image, we got to learn how to make it, be able to store within the computer as small as possible. Okay, that's where the first image compression came in. Okay, the technology of image processing, the first one was image compression. How do you compress an image to be as small as possible? Okay, but still it can be done. Okay, and it can be transmitted. Okay, it can be transmitted. So these are the two purposes of, originally, the two purposes of digital image processing: to store and to transmit the data. Okay, how do you get from analog to digital and store it and then transmit it? When you transmit, of course, there are noises, right? There are noises. And what you want to display on the other side, you got to get rid of the noise, and that's where the image restoration came from. Okay. However, nowadays we're not concerned about storage anymore because we have plenty of megabyte, right? We have like terabyte. Okay, you can store thousands and millions of images. Okay, so the storage is not the concern anymore. So image compression is something that we don't really do anymore. Okay, because there are standards already. Okay, it's not in the research. The research nowadays is to do the second purpose of image processing, which is improve pictorial information for human interpretation. Okay, this is more towards what? AI, right? We want the computer to understand, to interpret the image just like human do. Okay? And that's where we come in. Okay? So, for this class, we're not going to learn image compression, but we're going to learn image enhancement, image restoration for the first half, and the second half, we're going to learn image segmentation. Okay? Enhancement, well, we'll learn the difference. Enhancement and restoration later. Segmentation is more higher level. Okay? Enhancement and restoration is kind of low level. Okay? You got an image, you make it look better. It's image enhancement. Okay? You got an image, you get rid of the noise, it's called restoration. Okay? For segmentation, remember, image has to have information. If you can somehow extract information out of the image, it's called image segmentation. Okay? Here's the history of image. Okay? Transmission. Here, see? This is the first digital picture produced in 1920 one. What year is it now? 2024. 2025 now, right? 104 years. Oh my gosh, it's over a century. We just learned something so old, right? Okay, this is the first digital image. Okay, they transmit through the Atlantic, I think here, via cable from London to New York. Okay, in newspapers over the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, using telegraph. You know what telegraph is?
I don't know now.
You don't know now. You know use it. โทรเลขรู้จักไหมต้องส่งเป็น01010101ลงไปตักนะครับผม Usually telegraph is used to send short messages, right? But we use telegraph to send an image, okay, and form on the other side. It takes about 3 hours to form one image. Usually, if you want to send a newspaper from London to New York, it would take 3 weeks over the cargo, over the ships, right? But with the digital image transmission, you can send the information within 3 hours. Okay, that's the advance of image. Okay, and image coding, okay, is another one. Okay, normally the image originally the image would transmitted through the cable. You'd have only 0 and 1, black and white. Okay, there are technologies to make it more grayscale. Okay, change from 2 to 5 grayscales, and then change from 5 grayscales to 15 grayscales, okay, within 10 years. Okay, nowadays, how many grayscales do we use? 256 grayscale levels. Okay, it's more than enough. How many grays can you distinguish?
What do you think?
How many gray levels, gray shades? How many shades of grays can a person, can a human distinguish?
24.
24? Really?
No.
Do you know? About? You probably have heard of it. 50 shades of gray.
50 shades.
Okay. But today we use 256, okay? Which is a lot more than enough, okay? หัวเราะอยู่คนเดียวซะแล้วรู้ คนอื่นไม่รู้จักเลย ไม่เคยดูหนังใช่ไหม Okay. Image correction is another way, okay? When we take an image through the telescope, okay? Telescope is, the one that you take pictures from the planet far away, okay? And the telescope, usually the image taken from the telescope would be distorted, okay? So we need to do geometric corrections, okay? We need to do geometric corrections to make it looks like in the plane, okay? If you have seen images through like not flat mirror, some concave mirror or convex mirror, you'll see it's distorted. เคยเห็นไหมรูปจากภาพอะไรกระจกเว้ากระจกนูนมันจะไม่เหมือนกันถูกไหมนะครับมันจะมีบางส่วนเล็กบางส่วนใหญ่นะครับ same thing, okay? Over there you need to do image corrections, okay, geometric corrections, okay, to make it flat in the plane, okay, and this technology was in 1964. Okay, those are some of the images we have learned from the beginning. Okay, and you probably can do it easily now. Okay, with just a few commands in MATLAB. Okay. Anyway, here are some image processing tasks. First of all, image acquisitions. How do we get an image? Second is pre-processing. Basically, it's image processing, but we call it pre-processing because it's easy, I guess. Okay, it's the one that we usually got to do before we process something more advanced. Okay, so we are talking about image enhancement, image restoration. That's why what we're gonna cover in this class, basic image processing here. Okay, and if you once you finish this class 513 and you feel like, oh, I want to know more. Okay, eager to know more. I want to see what's going on next. Okay, you can take 514 and we're gonna learn image segmentation. Okay. However, when we learn image segmentation, we're gonna touch a little bit on image interpretation, but not much. We don't have time to cover much. Okay, we'll learn for 514. We're gonna learn image segmentation and image interpretation. Okay, but nowadays with the AI technologies, it's more advanced than that. Okay, like I said, image processing is 100 years old. Okay, with AI technologies, it's more advanced than that. We'll see, it's here. Okay, this is image processing 100 years ago. We learned up until here. We may touch a little bit on image analytics. Okay, however, but it's gonna be your basic, okay, your basic knowledge, your fundamental knowledge to understand what's going on, and you can move on to computer visions in some other class. Okay, if you are interested, you can. I think we have another class called Computer Visions by Ajahn Suri. Okay, and some neural networks, some. Right now we have like deep learning. Deep learning has to do with image. Okay, it has a lot of advance in image. Okay, but with those classes, you are not gonna see the basic like this class. Okay, this class you see everything in the basic. You can write it your own. Okay, but those classes you kind of have to imagine. Okay, you have no idea what's going on anymore. Okay, but with the basic, hopefully you'll be able to understand all these. Okay. According to this, image processing has 3 different levels. The first level is low-level image processing. Input is image, output is another image. Okay, this is called low level. Okay. So basically it's image enhancement, contrast enhancement, image and noise reduction. Image restoration. Okay. Input is an image, output is an image, is low level. If input is an image, output is something else besides image. Okay, we call output the attribute of the image. Okay, an attribute extract from the image is called mid-level. Okay, mid-level is like image segmentation, image classification. That's what we're gonna learn in 514. Okay. The last one, the higher level, once you get the attributes, usually the attributes, we call it features. Okay, we got features, but how do you represent the features? Features is just vectors. Okay, vectors of numbers, but a bunch of numbers. Okay. And in that case, you're not going to see any more images, right? Okay, you just see features, a bunch of numbers, okay? And how do you make sense of those numbers? That would be higher level, okay? That would be, what? You can use some other things, okay, to recognize. If you are interested, you can do what another class? Statistical modeling, okay? Reinforced learning and all those things, okay? Deep learning, okay? Machine learning, do the high level, okay? But for now, for image processing, So this is like the basic, okay? So it's supposed to be the easiest class you ever learn in for this course, okay? See an example. On the left is the original X-ray. On the right, it's a better image of X-ray. And that's your homework for next week. You're gonna learn all the techniques on how to make from the left to the one on the right. Okay? Next week, don't forget to bring your computer. Okay? I'll give you this image on the left, and you come up with the image on the right. It's that easy. Homework for 10 points. Okay? For image enhancement. Okay? And whoever gets the best one got 10. Who got less best got 9. Okay? Who got worse got 0. Okay? Alright. That's called image enhancement.
If we use the same code and get the
No, you are not supposed to use the same code. Okay? Your work's supposed to be individually. Okay?
But if we use same code doesn't mean we got a first grade everyone.
Yeah, that's true. If you use the same code, then we average to 5.
like on this.
Okay? We're gonna learn a lot of techniques on enhancement next week. Okay? Okay, image denoising. This is another image called SAR image. Do you know what SAR image is? อะไรนะ enhancement หมายถึงทำให้ชัดขึ้นเห็นไหมชัดขึ้นไหม What do you see here? You see the ribs, right? You see the bones. Okay? You enhance the bones here. Okay? คำว่า enhancement แปลว่าทำให้ภาพชัดขึ้น ใช่ไหม ชัดไหมชัดนะ SAR stand for สุชิน
Situation action.
You know what SAR stand for? Original SAR image. You know what SAR stand for? SAR stand for อะไร synthetic aperture radar. Okay, it's an image obtained from radar. You know what a radar? We have an airplane, and an airplane will send radar, and the reflection from the radar go up and form an image. Okay, so this is an image formed by the reflection of radar. Okay. Usually the SAR image will have a lot of noise because when the radar go through the cloud and come back, they will have a lot of noise. Okay. After that, usually the SAR image will have a lot of noise, and what we do is denoise it, get rid of the noise. Okay. We're gonna learn it in image restoration. Okay. This is another image restoration. Can you guess what this image is?
The sea that has lighthouse.
เห็นแล้วเหรอลองเดาสิเป็นอะไรเอ่ยภาพนี้ You can see this image is under very heavy noise. We're gonna somehow try to process it until you see what's inside, what's under these noise. Can you guess?
It's like a house.
House? No idea. I'll one guess. I'll guess หน่อยแล้ว
Lighthouse.
อะไรนะ
Lighthouse on the sea
เรือ a boat
electrical
electrical
pole
pole สายไฟฟ้าelectrical pole ฮะถนน a road หมาโอเค a dog ยังไม่มีใครถูกเลย
อังคาร
ดาวอังคาร Mars no
Lighthouse
lighthouse no
สกิน
skin no มีอะไรอีก
image of nothing
Nothing
Fence
fence no
what
อะไรไม่มีใครถูกเลย มีคนเกือบถูกอยู่คนหนึ่ง
มูน
อะไรนะ
โคเมน
ดวงจันทร์ครับ
ดวงจันทร์ moon no ไม่เกี่ยวกับดวงจันทร์
ไม่เกี่ยวกับ
it's something in regular scene
ฮะ
we can see it every day
the sun
เคยดูหนังไหม เขาใช้ image processing ทำใครตอบถูก วันนี้เอาคะแนนไปเลย10 คะแนน1 คะแนน 1 คะแนน 1 คะแนน extra
the bridge
bridge no
Noise
noise no เอาไงดี
Water
รถ เกือบถูก
มอเตอร์ไซค์ครับ
มอเตอร์ไซค์ผิด
จักรยาน
Bus
ป้ายทะเบียน
ป้ายทะเบียน
อุ้ย
ฮะ
No inspection
license plate
ฮะ
nowadays you can if the car pass by right really fast we can do image processing to get the license plate can you do that you can use this as one of the projects in 514 okay if you are interested in doing a project in 514 okay do this okay take a picture of a car passing by and get the license plate okay wow okay what is this do you know what this image is the eyes no หัวใจเพราะว่า
มีเปิดมีเปิด
เพราะว่าคำว่า cardiac cardiac แปลว่า หัวใจ
อาร์ตมอล
นะครับ this is cardiac MRI okay MRI stand for magnetic resonance imaging okay this is actually my PhD work I work on this for 5 years to get a PhD I didn't do anything but try to segment these two lines on thousands and thousands of cardiac MRIs. Okay. เกิดจาก research. There is research on heart transplantation. Okay. There is research on heart transplantation by the biology department, and they got to transplant the heart into a mouse. This is the heart of a mouse. Okay, very small. Okay, they got to transplant a heart into a mouse, and they got to inject. Well, when you got heart transplantation, there are two things that could happen. Do you know what they are? เกิดอะไรขึ้นถ้าเกิดเราใส่หัวใจเข้าไปในร่างกาย
ก็ได้เกิดการต่อต้าน
Okay. One thing is the body will think it's strange things and will produce antibody to destroy it. So what do we have to do? We got to inject the drug to suppress the immune system. จะต้องฉีดยาเพื่อจะลดการสร้างแอนติบอดีขึ้นมา If you inject too much, what happen? ถ้าเกิดลดการต่อต้านสิ่งแปลกปลอมลดการสร้างแอนติบอดีถ้าใส่เยอะเกินไปทำไม
ภูมิคุ้มกันหายหมด
ภูมิคุ้มกันหายทำไม ติดโรคอย่างอื่นติดโรคอย่างอื่นแทน ถ้าใส่เยอะเกินไป ถ้าใส่น้อยเกินไปทำไม
ก
if it's too little the heart die เลือกเอาจะตายแบบไหน
ชื่อเดิม
ใช่ไหม so มันก็เลยมีรีเสิร์ชว่า เอ๊ะ จะต้องทำยังไง ถึงจะพอดี ถึงจะไม่ตาย แล้ววิธีการของเขาก็คือต้อง monitor the heart ทุกๆ 3 วัน ใส่เข้าไปกี่โดส แล้วก็ถ่ายรูปทุกวัน ถ่ายรูปมาแต่ละที เขาจะดูว่าหัวใจทำงานยังไง ดูยังไง Do you know how well a heart is working heart rate ใช่ อันนึงคือ heart rate อีกอันนึงคือ ดูความแข็งแรงของผนังกล้ามเนื้อหัวใจ โอเค ผนังกล้ามเนื้อหัวใจห้องไหนสำคัญที่สุด
ร่างกาย
ล่างซ้ายทำไม
ฉีดเลือดฉีดเลือดไปทั่วร่างกาย
เพราะมีแต่เธอ เพราะว่ามันสูบฉีดเลือดไปสู่ร่างกาย เป็นกล้ามเนื้อหัวใจที่แข็งแรงที่สุดนะครับ ห้องอื่นไม่มีความสำคัญเท่าไหร่นะ ห้องล่างขวาทำอะไร
รับเลือดจากร่างกายเลือดจากปอด
ส่งไปล้างที่ปอดนะครับ แข็งแรงน้อยกว่านะครับ ล่างซ้ายแข็งแรงที่สุด เพราะว่าส่งไปเลือดทั้งทางร่างกาย เพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยเขาก็เลยส่งรูปมาให้ผม แล้วก็ขอโปรแกรมคอมพิวเตอร์ตัวหนึ่งที่จะเซกเมนต์กล้ามเนื้อหัวใจ ใช้เวลา 5 ปี ในการทำนะก็ในที่สุดก็สำเร็จจบมาได้ ไม่งั้นมันเป็นมันอาจารย์สอนพวกคุณไม่ได้นะครับผมนะครับจบด้วยหัวใจ เพราะฉะนั้นผมมาสอนด้วยหัวใจล้วนๆครับผมโอเค this is called
มี
แต่ผมใช้เทคนิคนะ I use the technique called snake okay active contour the new word is called active contour okay ก็คือ contour นั่นแหละที่มันทำไม move ได้โอ้ตายแล้วไปอยู่ไหนแล้วเนี่ยแล้วไปไหนเป็น these are the two active contours okay that can move around and it's supposed to move to track the inner boundary of the cataract we call myocardium and the myocardium okay and track the lectures okay so basically this is segmentation but I guess good thing you don't have to do this okay but if you want to do this as a project you can okay it only takes 5 years to finish okay but you can choose the project that takes you less than a month to do okay
It's hard to get certificate